Derek Fisher was spectacular in the fourth quarter for the LA Lakers. He had 11 in that fourth quarter, and all the Celtics closed to within one twice in the fourth quarter every time the Lakers came up with an answer.
Yeah, they did, and it was normally Fisher. Kobe made a big, huge basket, and Paul Gasol backed in Glenn Big Baby and shot over the top of him, or a little bank shot. Those three guys carried the offensive thrust for the Lakers the entire fourth quarter.
And I never felt like the Celtics was going to win that game for the simple fact their two closers never got going.
Nope.
Yeah.
The two guys who, I was watching the game with Chico and James. He said the Celtics going to come back and win. I said, I don't think so unless Paul Pierce or Ray Allen, they both struggled because Kevin Garnett played fantastic. But their two closers never got going. And that's why I felt like the Lakers were going to win this game the entire time.
And just for the record, I'm Chico and he's James. So two guys you should have been watching the game with. But I really thought like who knows who those two guys are?
I got great respect. I got great respect for the great Kevin McHale. But you and Matt, I try to stay away from y'all as much as possible.
The one thing, Derek Fisher played great.
Yep.
He actually hit shots that they wanted him to take. He's not really a floater guy or a drive or a two-dribble guy. These are the shots that you try to force him off the three-point line and to make him take. Tonight, 2 dribble pull-ups and 3 dribble pull-ups, he knocked them down. They win the game. That is the difference in the series. When guys can do something a little bit more than you're accustomed to, you're going to win this series. And then all the flags that were going on, it was like a football game.
It was like you expected to see the red flag out there.
We talk about officiating. It was some very questionable calls down the stretch and throughout the game. And you had to continually go back to the videotape. To me, that shows a sign of 3 great officials that were not on their top of their game tonight.
And it made the game, as you said in the open, very choppy. There wasn't any rhythm to the game. Too many calls and ticky-tack stuff. And Chuck, when you're playing, you get a ticky-tack one. You look at the ref like, it frustrates you.
I think it's fair to say, and I'm glad we need to talk about this, because our officials, they do a fantastic job. I love all our officials except Mike Mathis. I'm always hating him. But all 3 of these games have been choppy, Kevin. You're 100% correct. In one game, guys are playing 3 minutes to get 3 fouls. But they've got to sit back. They've got to relax. I know there's a lot of pressure on the officials, but I thought all 3 games have been very choppy officiated, and they've got to relax. I know they're under a great deal of stress, but they've got to relax because all 3 games are, and I hate to say that because I got a bunch of friends who are officials, officiating has been mediocre at best.
There's been too many whistles to hold the game up. But to Lakers' credit, they started playing that 2-man game with Kobe Bryant and Fisher on the left side over there, and the Celtics didn't have any answer for that. And they got 3 or 4 buckets off that, so the Celtics came over and loaded. And in close, tight games, I've often found it's the coach that finds that one play, Kenny, those 2 guys that work well together, or just one play, and you milk it for 3 or 4 hoops. Then it doesn't work anymore, but those 3 or 4 hoops give you the separation.